peeps! We are back at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, and today we're continuing our 50th anniversary videos by focusing on one of Busch Gardens' newest rides, Pantheon. Just opened in 2022. We want to talk to you a little bit in this video about the announcement of Pantheon, the history of it, the construction of it, and what the ride is about. After being announced in 2019 as Project 2020, Pantheon experienced a number of construction-related delays due to the pandemic, finally opening in 2022. Now, Pantheon blasts riders to a top speed of 73 miles per hour, making it the fastest coaster of its kind on the planet. The Intamin roller coaster features 5 total launches, including a backward launch, a 178-foot tall spike, and a beyond vertical 95-degree drop, all packed in a really smooth, airtime-filled ride through the Rhine River Valley. As we're about to talk about as we venture through the queue, the ride features 5 distinct sections inspired by the different Roman gods. One of the most interesting things about Pantheon is its technology. It uses linear synchronous motors, or LSMs, to fire the train down the track. Unlike traditional coasters with lift hills, this launch tech means you're accelerated by magnets, not chains or clanks, just magnetic force. It's the same tech used in some of the world's most famous launch coasters. Good day to ride it. It's only a 5-minute wait. So as you enter Pantheon, it goes over the different sections of the track. So Chapter 1, Pantheon is actually split into multiple different Roman gods. And so Minerva is represented in the first part of the journey, followed by Mercury, which is a launch. You can clearly see, that's where things speed up. Chapter 2, Mercury. Chapter 3, which is the top hat, is Neptune. And that's where you get to the highest point before you come back down. Next up, we have Jupiter, where you ascend to the epic crescendo and come face to face with Jupiter, the king of the Roman gods, before wrapping up with Pluto, where you escape Pluto's twisted underworld to be immortalized in the Garden of the Gods. Pantheon, as this sign also mentions, is the world's fastest multi-launch coaster, and you definitely feel the speed. So it's a little blocked by these bushes, which is a bummer, but this is the track and the different areas that are represented by the gods. So you can see there's the top hat that we were talking about. There's Mercury down there, but this is, hopefully they trimmed this back so you can kind of see how the gods are represented through the course of the track.
And strength of 5 Roman gods as you conquer Pantheon.
Just rode Pantheon for the first time in years, actually. And unfortunately, we weren't able to share our POV. We didn't have straps for our camera glasses, so we shared the official POV with you. And the ride's still the same, just a little bit more greenery than what was in the official POV, because that was filmed when the ride first opened. But Pantheon is a great ride, and I do want to repeat it. Festa Italia is probably the second best section of the park. Between Tempesto, Apollo's Chariot, and Pantheon, you have 3 excellent roller coasters here, and I think Pantheon is probably one of the best new additions of the last few roller coasters. In fact, since 2022, we've had Pantheon, we've had obviously Big Bad Wolf, The Wolf's Revenge, we've had Dark Coaster, and I would say Pantheon is the best of the three. So probably of the most recent new additions to the park, probably my favorite. Obviously, a lot of fans talk about how, despite the great ride, there it goes. Despite the greatness of the ride, the queue having as little theming as it does really kind of like had people disappointed, right? With such a cool theme, people were hoping that the queue would be a lot more themed, and you've seen that in additional rides like Dark Coaster, and of course in Big Bad Wolf, that their queues are much more elaborate. But one of the rumors, or at least one of the things that has been recently asked on a survey from Busch Gardens, is if people would be interested in a re-theme of Pantheon, adding more experiential effects to both the queue and the ride experience. And I think that would be fantastic. I would be all about that. So hopefully we'll see that in the future. But that wraps up our review, or our revisit, I should say, of Pantheon. If you liked it, definitely give us a thumbs up on this video. It really helps us out to know what type of content you want to see. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you know when we release that content. And leave us a comment down below with which ride you want us to revisit next. So we have obviously talked about Big Bad Wolf plenty this year, but we've also revisited Alpengeist, we've revisited Verbolten, now Pantheon. What do you want to see next? Leave us a comment down below with which ride you want to see us revisit next. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.